Welcome to Faraci Is Supernatural.
Okay, hi everybody, and hi Mike. Welcome
Hi.
to Faraci Is Supernatural. You're actually my second Mike in a row, which is a little bit just random, but yeah. So
Or is it?
it's it could be a supernatural of all the supernatural things. The two Mikes in a row is the real kicker here. Um, so Mike, you told me. I found out that you were doing a bit of your own sleight of hand these days, and so that was part of how we ended up deciding to have you come on the show. But actually, most of my experience with you has been doing what I might call sleight of mind, which is you're usually asking some question at a talk, and I can barely follow all of the formal things that are happening because your mind works too fast. So I thought tonight I would capitalize on these twin ideas of sleight of mind, sleight of hand. So a minute ago, you were telling me just before we started the recording that you have this problem that you're constantly showing the same tricks over and over again to your kids. And as you might know, when you study magic, one of the first things they tell you is that you should not do the same tricks over and over again, because when you do the same tricks over and over again, it tends to, the audience starts to figure out what you're doing. And so if you want to do the same effect over and over again, though, what they usually recommend is that you use multiple different methods. And so I was thinking about that stuff and thinking, oh, well, maybe what we could do is we could do a sort of example of this where we look at the same effect, or roughly the same effect, being done with one kind of sleight of hand method and one kind of sleight of mind method, or a couple of different ones. Did we freeze? Do I have you, Mike? Okay, so anyway, so we have a shuffled deck of cards, and I will start by showing you that the cards are in, whatever, quasi-random order. And so suppose that I come to you and I say, I want to do a sort of quasi-mentalism trick where what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of look here for a second and I'm going to memorize the entire deck of cards. Okay, I'm going to memorize exactly where every card is, so that then when I close these up and I just ask you to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there?
Sure.
Is that pretty good? Okay. I'm going to tell you that, well, let's say I look, so I've got the three of spades here, and so if I remember, the next card after the three of spades was the four of clubs. And look at that. There's the four of clubs, right? So that's a kind of basic version of this trick. It's got some upsides and some downsides. So upsides are, you looked vaguely impressed. Downsides are, first of all, we're using the Zoom, and so the whole tell me when to stop thing, it turns out doesn't work very well over Zoom because there's always some pretty bad lag. But also, there was just too many chances for me to do some weird things, stick some things in there, whatever. And so what I might instead do, which would be a little more impressive, is if I were to ask you to tell me just a number between 1 and 52. Now, of course, try and not go too high because we don't want to go insane here, but yeah. So just give me some number between 1 and 52.
Okay. How's 17?
17's perfect. Okay. So what if I just tell you, let me remember, so 17th card, that's the three of clubs. Okay, and so we're just going to check.
Okay.
So we'll go through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, actually, we put one aside, so I should only go to the 16th, I guess.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then this will be the 17th. And that should be the three of clubs. Okay, so that's an okay one. So the downside here is you probably saw what I was doing, because this involves more sleight of hand than I'm actually capable of doing. So in case you don't know what I was doing, what I was actually doing there was I was just second dealing. So for everybody who doesn't know what that means is I was holding the three of clubs to the side, and I was just counting off 1, 2, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth, and that allowed me to get us down to the what the hell? Right. Anyway, so getting down there somewhere to that thing, and we get the 3 of clubs on the top there.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a very good. Not that impressive. Sorry.
It was very nicely done. It was very nicely done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually that good at it, but it's a it's a fun skill to, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, mimic, I guess. So yeah.
Used to cheat people out of their money, whatever you choose to do with it.
Right. Exactly. So. What was I doing here? So that's how you do the sort of sleight of hand version. Okay, and so then it's got its advantages, its disadvantages, and the main problems with it are that you don't actually get that much of a chance to do. Sorry, these just go in the middle somewhere. You don't actually get a chance to do that much more than just show the one card, right? Whereas if you do sleight of mind, you can get a little bit further. So to show you what I mean, let's try this again, and this time we're not going to use any sleight of hand. I'm just going to tell you that actually, at the beginning, when I did that spread, I really did just memorize the cards. And so now if you just tell me what card you want, so give me another number.
9.
9? Okay. So the 9th card in the deck is actually, coincidentally, the 9 of spades. And so no sleights here. We'll just, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that 9th card, well, that is indeed the 9 of spades. And the thing is, the nice thing is that because we've got the 9 of spades here, and because I've actually memorized the deck, I can get more information than just the card that you got down to. So, for example, I know that in this little pile here, we've just got, let's see if I remember, we've got 5 reds and 4 blacks. So let's see if that's right. Yep, 5 reds and 3 blacks, because 9 minus 1. I was counting the 9 in the blacks. But I also have even more information. I know, for example, that you might think that was just a good guess because it's going to be about half and half. But I actually know that these cards here, they add up to 32. And so we can check that. Well, we've got 7 and 3, that's 10. And 6 and 4, that's 20. And then 5 and 4 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. 32. So you get a lot more information when you know the entire deck. And so that...
You memorize that whole deck and you could still do arithmetic in your head at the same time.
And that, my friend, is true sleight of mind.
Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I will stop the
That was great.
recording now.